What's up, my people? What's going on? You're watching another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena at the Homeless Empire. And I am your host, as you know, the lyrical genius Black Titanium. And today's subject matter should vary if I feel like it should vary. But right now, I want to talk about a very important topic. And that's the topic of the false prophet. See, as I'm observing the world and connecting today's current events with the biblical prophecies in the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran, because this is how you're supposed to come up with your conclusions. It's never supposed to be through media manipulation or the manipulation of anybody. Because like the great late Malcolm X once said, he said, be careful of what type of media you listen to. Whether it be the news, whether it be social media, or whether it be somebody just whispering in your ear. Because it can have you hating the oppressed and loving those who are doing the oppressing. So all the information you get from the news and all these niggas, you're supposed to connect that with you're supposed to connect that with the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran. That's how you're supposed to do this. And this is how the righteous conclude their research anyway. We don't just run around taking people words at faith value and running off with it and letting niggas just put shit in our heads. Nah, man. That's for dummies, man. That's a case of the blind leading the blind. But back to the essence of the conversation. I want to talk about the false prophet, man. Because right now, in this day and time, as we are bear witnessing to the days of revelations, we have what you call a lot of false prophets are coming through, posing as pastors, posing as Muslims, posing as street thugs, gangster niggas who come online, and they want to recruit niggas and lead the masses into a ditch and basically into slaughter, because that's what's happening right now. People know the fact that the black family structure has been broken down. The black family structure has been broken down. The children out here running around looking for guidance all over the place, man, in all the wrong places. And you got wolves all over the place just waiting for them to come through, man. Real talk. So now they found out that they don't even have to go looking for these kids no more, because basically, when you created the internet, you created an information highway. So all they got to do is make videos and channel their videos in the direction of the youth. And as you know, that's what we all about here at Mental Telepathy's Arena, the black youth. And right now, I can't even though we are in a fight against this monster, because this monster has many heads. And there's very few people like me who are actually trying to combat that. So basically, we're actually losing the battle. Not to say that we're going to lose the war. See, don't get the battle and the war confused, man. Because we already got the war wrong. We already got the war won. When God cast Satan up out of heaven and told him, listen, you are doomed to the hellfire, man. And he granted him respite. The only reason why the Satan wanted to be granted respite is so that he can have company in the hellfire. He told God, now that you have granted me respite, I am going to make sure that you have very few believers left. I'm going to tempt them. I'm going to come at them in every direction. And this is what the devil does, man. Him and his soldiers, him and his followers, what they do, as you can see, they got the noise factor going. This is what they do every time. If you notice that they play the siren and the siren never fades out, they'll just stand there and just come through just like that, and then it won't ever fade out. So that's how you know that they just playing games. So basically, it's a thing where, back to the essence of the conversation, these false prophets are now targeting the youth, man. Because basically, my life has been determined, your life has been determined. You know what I'm saying? But this is about the youth. The youth is always going to have the target on their back, because the future of our race is the youth. And when let me tell you something about when the white man, when he wants to kill a race, when he wants to kill anything, what he does is go to the root cause of the situation. So when he wanted to kill the minds of African Americans, he basically went to Africa and Israel and Jerusalem and all of that, and he worked on the root to kill our minds and make us lose our identities and forget where we came from. Whenever the white man want to kill something, he goes to the root of it, man. He don't basically. So what he does, he don't come straight to you and to come kill you first, because first he wants to kill the mind. He wants to kill the mind of your situation. When he wants to destabilize one country, he'll go to another country. He wanted to destabilize Pakistan, he'll go to Afghanistan and destabilize them, because he know that Pakistan is the only Middle Eastern country that has the nuclear weapons. So what he'll do, he'll go to other countries to destabilize. So he goes to the root before he kills you. So this is what I'm saying about the false prophets, man. Them killing our trying to exterminate black people. They gonna go to the youth, because they know that most of the people that's already grown, most black people that's already grown, these black chicks out here, they've already given in. Like I told you, he's already recruited the sisterhood into his. And once he found out they was some evil big mouth chicks who can be his soldiers, and a lot of these street niggas, these black ass dumb ass motherfuckers, fucked over their minds. Yeah, a lot of you niggas help. You help the white man. You chased the black woman over to his side. That's basically what you did. So now she's over there, plotting on you, plotting to dominate the black man. And the white man in return, he makes a deal with her. He says, "Listen, we're gonna help you fuck over your people. You're gonna help us fuck over your people. Make sure that them niggas don't get whenever they do, you just report to us, and that whenever, and it's just like you got a lot of these snitch ass niggas. Whenever they want to snitch and they don't want to seem like they snitches, they'll get their woman, they'll pass the information to the woman, and she goes to the authorities. A lot of these black women are working with the authorities, man. Their father is 911, but that's a whole nother video. So my thing is, what they will do, they'll go to the youth. So now there's a conspiracy. There's a conspiracy against the black youth. Every time, this is why I tell all black mothers and black fathers out there who are listening, who the very few who will choose to listen, if you have a choice, and you do have a choice, never ever take your kid to that public school building, man. Never ever take your kid to that public school building. Never ever take your kid to that public school building, man. Homeschool your child, man. A lot of you niggas like to lay down. A lot of these chicks like to lay down, cock their legs open, and fuck men all day. Excuse my language. And become promiscuous. As you can see, they got the noise factor. You know what I'm saying? This ain't even a busy city like that. So what the white man to do, once he see I'm making videos, he comes through and he'll try to create the noise factor. But he'll see when the video comes out that it don't work. But anyway, so what they doing is targeting the children. And what was happening, a lot of these black mothers, due to the fact that they are bitter towards black men, they are tossing their kids to the wolves. They are creating monsters out of their children. And once they create the monster out of their child, they throw them to the wolves, man. They take them to the school building with these racist white teachers, with these old black ass house niggas who's out to show white people that they'll fuck over their own people just to be accepted on the social status. Who gonna be victimized by other children because they got to worry about what the game they gonna be inducted into. Now they got social media, the brand new tool that starts the fight before they even get to school. The fight is started before they even get to the school building. Real talk. They don't even have to go to the school building to start a fight no more. They go right on the computer, and the fight starts on social media. So basically, our youth now is basically caught up in a situation, man, where they are going through way more pressure than we could have ever went through when we were young. See, a lot of black people, grown black people, ain't nothing but fucking little children trapped inside of grown people's bodies, and they refuse to forget. They refuse to remember when they were children how they felt. You know what I'm saying? When moms wouldn't let them tell them nothing. Yo, listen, children can teach you a lot of shit, man. These youth out here, especially in this day and time, with the advanced technology and the things that's going on, the things that they are learning. Come on, man. You can't tell me that they can't teach you shit. I'm not saying that they should have grown responsibilities. I'm not saying none of that. But I'm saying, man, sometimes you have to pay attention to what your youth is saying, man. And sometimes they don't say it out their mouth. Sometimes they just say it through their actions. When you see these kids out here smoking all type of K2 and smoking all type of weed all day and shit, they crying out for help, man. They crying out for love. But back to the essence of the situation, I'm talking about the false prophet, man. You got a lot of people out here that's coming on the internet now, man, and they basically creating false images. Making these niggas think they trying to, basically make the children say, listen, man. They telling kids, though, listen, don't believe in God. It ain't no God. No, these niggas in religion, they are straight. Da, 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 they ain't this, they ain't that. You're gonna be a prisoner when you get to the religion. Don't do none of that, man. Believe in us. And this is what they telling the youth, man. And the youth is going for it. Now, they just had an article in the Source magazine the other day, man, how the black youth is gravitating towards rock stars. As they looking up to rock stars as their examples. And as you know, heavy metal, that shit is straight devil worshiping music. All that shit is devil worshiping music. Real talk. But we're going to get into that for a whole nother video. But right now, we are living in a day and time, and what I'm saying in layman's terms, we are living in a day and time where the powers that be is resurrecting, is trying to make a mockery of God, and they resurrecting everything that's supposed to be outcast of society. Ain't this a trip? They got helicopters hovering over me, trying to make noise. That's a trip when you know that you don't want a nigga to get no word out. As you can hear that shit, but I don't know if you hear it, but it's crazy. But like I said, they are doing everything in their powers, man, to exterminate our youth. They got all type of false prophets telling these kids online, man, don't believe in God. Don't believe in none of that, man. Just believe in us. Man. And that's what these children are doing now. They gravitating towards rock stars, that devil worshiping shit. And they doing everything they can to make the youth go astray. And the mothers of the youth are actually helping them do the kids dirty. They practicing magic on these kids and everything out here, man. These children, by the time they get 13, 14, you think they still children? especially cities like Baltimore, LA, New York, Chicago. No, they are not. Your worst mistake would be thinking that them young niggas at 13, 14, 15 years old, 16, 17, that they kids anymore. Nah, these niggas are still in their youth, man. Fucking over their minds, still in their teenage years and all that shit. They not living out their teenage. These niggas are forced to grow up at a very early age, man, because the moms is deserting them. And a lot of them talk about, my daddy is fucked up, he's a deadbeat. Be careful when you say that, man, because a lot of trust me, there's a lot of fathers out here, a lot of mothers out here who help the system get rid of your father. Yeah, design your failure and help the system get rid of your father, man. There's a lot of I don't know no. As a matter of fact, I don't know no nigga out here that don't love his kids, man, to the point where they don't want to be around them. I'm out here in Baltimore right now trying to see my children, and you hear a lot of people, say, "Damn, yo, why you always going out there in that little repetitious circle that you going around in?" It's because you should never, ever give up on your children, man. Because once you walk away and you don't call them no more and you missing in action, you now have to join the mother in the hellfire. Because she's already sealed her fate by helping the system cheat the kid out the father. But when the people have been indoctrinated in the realm of self-hatred, it'll be emphatically impossible for them to even understand why somebody like me love my children the way I love them. Even though I know that my daughter is 14 now, she's going on 15 next month. She's a product of her environment. Her mother has turned her against me and all of that. But I still can't. Poverty is a war, man. You can't stop shooting your shots, man. You can't walk away from that. A lot of niggas don't understand that, and then I also got the feds on my back trying to manipulate the system to thinking that I don't even want to take care of my children. So all of that's a fight within itself, man. But back to the essence of the conversation, man, the false prophets, you have to be aware of these niggas. You got a lot of niggas out here, man, that's basically manipulating the minds of our youth, taking them on a road to oblivion, nowhere, real fast. And you wonder why you see all these young brothers out here, young sisters out here tripping? Because you got these old ass niggas who's bitter, mad, that their lives never went nowhere. So all they want to do is see the youth go astray, man. They want company in the hellfire because they know that they've spent their whole life in sin fucking up. And now when they get 60, 70 years old, this is the part that never ceased to amaze me. Most of these niggas get 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. All of a sudden they want to give in to the white man for a job or some money and shit. Nigga, you came this far, you might as well go all the way out with guns blazing. Real talk. As much as the white man done humiliated me, don't broke my family structure up, don't fucked over my children, fucked over my livelihood. You telling me that I'm supposed to, bow down and take that shit laying down? No, you're supposed to shoot your shots. Poverty is a war, man. When they try to put you in poverty, you gotta fight. You gotta always shoot your shots even if it may be feeble-minded. Even if it may be feeble-minded attempts, you never stop fighting that war, man. Real talk. And this is what we have to understand, man, because you got all these false prophets out here. They have resurrected the time where they make all of the evil niggas look like the righteous, and they trying to make the righteous look like evil niggas. Just to make a mockery of God. And just to resurrect everything that's supposed to be outcast back into the system. From homosexuality to everything else, man. They pushing all of that on our kids, man. If you look around, you go to places like Starbucks and all these stores, the white man don't hire no black man unless he has feminine ways, man. And they are molesting these children. You got all these molested ass niggas that's molesting these children. You starting to see the homosexuals and the lesbians become younger and younger. You know why? Because the white man knows what you don't know. He knows that Gay people, he knows that that's an abomination. Homosexuality is an abomination. He knows that. And when you on the day of judgment, you don't get judged. You get dropped off straight into the hellfire. See, this is what they don't tell these children, man. You get dropped off straight into the hellfire. You have sealed your fate to the hellfire, man. There is no judgment after that. God don't even want to see you. And when his angels come through, they dragging you straight to the hellfire, man. And this is why the white man wants you to embrace these ways and all these other negative ways, because the more of his ways that you embrace, the further away from God you will become. I understand what I'm telling you, man. And I'm not talking to the true believers, the righteous, but it's a lot of people out here that's passing themselves off as Muslims, Jews, and Christians. These niggas ain't Muslims, Jews, and Christians, man. A lot of these niggas you see out here are not Muslims, Jews, and Christians, man. I know a devout Christian when I see one, man. A Christian don't go out their way to commit a sin against themselves just to see somebody else sin. A Christian ain't gonna slip drugs into your drink because you don't do drugs, and they sit up with all the evil people laughing. Ha, yeah, we got him. Those are just evil people, man. A devout Christian, they don't try to slip pork in your food because you don't eat pork. And a bunch of other stuff, man. These niggas just take on the labels because that's what the white man is just pimping their hate. He used that as a tools of separation for people to stay separated, for our people to stay separated. That's why when I come to you, I don't come to you with Islam. I come to you, or Christianity or Judaism. I come to you as a black man. Because that's where our struggle lies, man. I don't care how much money you accumulate or how much materialistic shit you accumulate. If your people ain't all right, man, you're not free. That's what the white man don't mind giving you a bunch of money, man, because he know that shit is going to become obsolete in the very near future. But back to the essence of the conversation, man, these false prophet ass niggas. What they doing now, the Illuminati is putting all type of false prophets on the internet and he's channeling them into your path. And when you turn on your computer, they know they can program. They know through your IP address, they can program your computer to as soon as you turn on YouTube, they'll put a video right there because they've already raped your subliminal. They've already seduced your subliminal earlier in life with all this information. This is what a lot of people don't understand. This is why you have to learn to think geometrically, man. Because the devil is not going to come at you in one way. He's going to come at you in a geometrical form, all type of angles, women, money, children, all type of stuff, man. All type of stuff. And all these niggas, you see how the police come through, they ring their sirens and all of that, the white man, because they evil people. If they wasn't evil people, this shit wouldn't even bother them. This is why they gotta come through and ring their sirens, and because basically they caught up in the game too. They're Satanists. Most of these people, most of these cops and these fucking firemen and all of these niggas, these racist white teachers, all these people are Satanists, man. Witches and demons, man. And they want you to be spiritually weak. The reason why they got people coming on the internet telling you don't believe in God is because they want you to be spiritually weak. And because those are the easiest people to victimize. When they cast their spells and they work through voodoo, witchcraft, and black magic, man. This is why I tell you in my previous videos, you have to equip yourself through fasting, through prayers, and keeping a positive state of mind, man. We have to have a spiritual awakening, man. Like I tell all these other so-called conscious minded people that they come on the internet and they always trying to bash other conscious people, and they trying to bash other people because the feds is fucking with them, the mind fucking them. But if you don't, if you don't go talk to your brothers, man, you leave a gap. You leave a gap in between you where the feds can they can manipulate you niggas against each other all day, man. If you sit up on the internet talking about, yo, this conscious brother over here, this conscious brother over here, talking about that conscious sister over there, and ain't nobody getting together, your mind is being seduced by the devil, man. And you ain't going nowhere real fast, man. If you don't have no unity, you're going nowhere. You lose coming out the gate. You have lost coming out the gate, man. If you look at how the devil got all his people on the internet telling people don't believe in God, they doing this and you listen. They don't do this separately. They say, yo, listen. They tell this news channel, listen, you say this, you say this, you say it, and you say the same thing we talking about. It's all one topic and you listen. CBS, ESPN, whatever channel it is, they all say the same show when they want to come up with a conspiracy to destroy somebody or something. So when you a YouTuber or you're an internet channel or you're a blogger and you got your black media, you supposed to have your black media and you trying to use your black media wisely. Black media also connects to into networking with other black media. You do the same thing that the white media do against you. They tell all the other channels, yo, say this, we want you to talk about this right now. We all talking about it. So that's the same thing we're supposed to do, man. Understand where I'm coming from. That's the same thing that we're supposed to do. You're not supposed to look at somebody online and say, man, let's do that on the man. Fuck that nigga. So listen to me. I'm Dr. Umar Johnson. Listen to me. I'm Tariq Nasheed. Listen to me. Not that I don't like these people and I'm talking about you. No, I got all love and respect for these brothers. But what never ceases to amaze me about these brothers, man, and these sisters, is that they always come on and got something to say about the next brother that's saying the same shit you saying. But it's just in a different way, man. We're not here to knock each other down, man. You created your media to build your people up. Dr. Umar Johnson is a child psychologist. Okay, you for the children. The whole system this shit don't evolve around you. Okay, try to save the children. But in all reality, we gotta save everybody, man. I don't care who you think is broken and can't be repaired, nigga. Black people are black people. You caught up on all that shit outside America and no, these niggas from Africa, they don't care nothing about you, man. Real talk. Them niggas don't care nothing about the black man in America. As much as we've been abused and are being abused and will be getting abused in the future. Against people who have very evil plans laid out for us, man. All of these people are coming to our children as false prophets, man, claiming that they know when the world is going to end, they know this and they know that. And these children are following them because they watch YouTube all day, man. They on the internet all day. And you niggas are going out buying them fucking Galaxy 10s and iPhone X's and all this bullshit for them to channel in. Instead of letting them live out their youth, you up there snatching their innocence, man. Don't even know it through your actions. We all do it because we all love our children. And if you lived in poverty, you grew up in poverty, you don't want your children to grow up in poverty. I understand that all too well. To the point where I got faults with my child. I know how it is, man. Trust me. When I make these videos, I come back to watch these videos because I'm really talking to me too, man. So don't think this is something to ridicule. No, this is something I'm recording my life, man. My life legacy to the best of my ability. So that when my child come to her senses and she come looking for me, she might be able to find one of these videos. Something here might wake her up, man. Right now, I'm going against a system that's trying to keep her entrapped and a slave to the streets. And her mother's in participation with that. And so is a lot of other black women with their children, man. A lot of these niggas on the streets have taken the women straight to the gutter, man. And this is why I really don't want any of them anymore. It's because basically the black woman is unapproachable anyway. When you try to approach her, the first thing she thinks, whether it's in a subconscious mind state or she's just thinking it in front of her conscious, she's just, this nigga want me to take care of him. He's in a fucked up situation. The nigga, I know he's in the streets. I'm not gonna talk to that nigga. So that's why, it's like this, man. And they being manipulated because, like I told you, I got the feds on my back. They tell wherever I go, they tell her, they get their soldiers, they little fucking gang members, them OG niggas who be snitching. They get them to spread the word throughout the neighborhood. They don't talk to that nigga. Don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. So that's why I said, man, when you see me on my last video talk about fuck the police and they was right behind me, I don't give a fuck about them niggas. I'm already in jail. Like I told you, the process of them killing a militant is to slander you, defame you, and then they isolate you. Once you're isolated, you're in jail, man. You're in prison. It don't matter if you can go to the store, nigga. That shit is nothing. I'm already in prison. And everybody around me know it because the white man makes sure that he lets them know it because just to keep fear instilled in these niggas. Just to keep fear instilled in them. He'll let them know that he's doing you dirty. You know how many black little fat stumpy black bitches I done seen holding on to the white man dick while they was doing me dirty? How many of these ugly ass chicks that was holding on to the white man dick while he was doing me dirty and they was laughing? How many of these slob ass niggas that was snitching on me while helping the white man? Yeah. And they know it too. I don't give a fuck how mad they get because I'm even more angry, but I don't care about that. That's a whole nother video. But what I'm saying, man, is protect the minds of your youth. I'm talking to those who have God conscience, those who are godly. A lot of these niggas ain't nothing godly about these niggas, man. They don't care nothing about their children, man. You see them putting on a facade in the street, but if you could be a fly on the wall behind closed doors, man, you will see that these niggas care nothing about the black youth. Nothing. I'm talking to those who are striving for righteousness, man. If you were going to lay down and have a child, have enough dignity, have enough respect for that child, have enough respect for yourself, have enough respect for that child to make that sacrifice where you go homeschool them or homeschool her. Don't just toss her into the wolves, into the system, nigga. I'm sure that a lot of us don't even remember the feeling, but the first feeling that you get when your mother leave you in that school building is a feeling of abandonment. Real talk. That's the first feeling a child gets when you leave that kid in that, whether in kindergarten and shit like that. Real talk. So that gives them abandonment issues from the beginning. But that's going a little too deep in depth. But my point is, man, protect the minds of your youth because you have many wolves out here in sheep's clothing. And they are posing as pastors. They are posing as niggas online who's supposed to be conscious. But they are not, man. These niggas are wolves and sharks. And they are just waiting for your family structure to be broken down. A lot of these gang members and all of that, man, as a matter of their recruitment methods depend on the fact that your family structure is broken. And then they step in and say, yo, listen, we'll be your family. Don't worry about it. Just to use your kid as a gopher, a drug runner, a thief, a rapist, a pedophile. Real talk, man. We got to start thinking about this because it's time for the black man to make a comeback. We are looking bad out here. I'm not talking to all them niggas who got these little bullshit jobs because they sitting up nigga, I am good. Nigga, my kids are good. But these are niggas who just think under the philosophy of self-preservation is the best preservation. These niggas don't care nothing. They caught up on themselves. They feeling themselves. And all that karma, that shit comes back around to them later. You'll see these niggas 2 years down the road, they don't even have that job no more. Niggas is homeless, sitting up in the shelter. This is why I call this the homeless empire. A lot of people will look at it and say, this nigga's crazy. What the fuck you mean, the homeless empire? That shit it sounds funny in the beginning. Until I see a nigga end up in a shelter, and I come over to the nigga and say, welcome to the homeless empire, my nigga. Welcome to the homeless empire. And that's what I'm going to be saying to a lot of people out here who are practically and currently losing their shit. Because none of that shit lasts forever, man. And when this system breaks down for real, which is going to do, a lot of niggas out here is going to have to join the homeless empire, man. A lot of people are going to have to join the homeless empire. All these chicks that walk by think they really feeling themselves, taking selfies, and they really, oh yeah, they gonna come tomorrow. They probably be in the park downtown, with the white man when he pull out his Illuminati puppet show, or they'll be right there with him. These little fat black stumpy bitches that be riding their dick all day. These little fake, these little slob. Yeah, all these niggas. They get together, all these slob ass niggas, snitch ass niggas. They hook up with the white supremacists and shit, and try to make a mockery of God through fucking over his servants. I'm not talking about coming up to beating up a nigga. These niggas ain't. I'm not letting a nigga get physical on me. But the game ain't physical no more. This is what you have to understand. The game is not physical no more. The game is a spiritual war, man, out here. It's a spiritual war that has been declared on you and your children. The worst type of war you could ever fight. Because that's a war where you cannot see your opponent. Where you cannot see your enemy. Understand what I'm saying, man. And you have to equip yourself with prayers, with God. You have to equip yourself with prayers and fasting. I can't emphasize that enough. Protect the minds of your youth, man, because there's a lot of sharks and wolves in sheep's clothing prancing around here, man. And they coming at them through their favorite channels, man. The internet. Real talk. That's just a little food for thought, man, for y'all to think about, man. And with that being said, you have watched another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena at the Homeless Empire, and I am your today's host, the lyrical genius, Black Titanium. And remember one thing about this video if you can't remember nothing else. Never fear the one who can lead you to the hellfire, but fear the one who can put you in it and leave you there. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and my love and regards to all my righteous people, man, who are Team God. Peace.